Okay, so guys, we just got a gap up on EU this morning. As you can see, it's a ginormous gap here on the chart, just in between here and here. But obviously, you've got to see what it does. You know, last week on the higher time frame, I'll remove all these drawings quickly. On the higher time frame, I was talking about below this level, we can look for buys. And on the Friday, it actually gave us quite a long wick here for the downside on the daily, but I do still think we're going to get more downside for the moment. But at any point on the lower degree, or lower time frames, should I say, you can start to look for buys essentially in EU because of the higher time frame bias. So even though there might be one more drop to break this bottom, there might be a bigger corrective structure before we get to that point. So what I'll be looking for now is a trend in the opposite direction for me to buy. That's what I'm looking for, because I'm a trend follower, not a trend reversal trader. So what I'll be looking for is anything that gives you more upside. Then I'll be looking for more trades, basically. That's what I'll be looking for this week. Even if it does just keep falling here and break the bottom, very possible, because I also see this structure here being very possible that could have been made and could get a drop now. But if that is the case, I'm still going to stay away in the market and just see what really happens. It is Monday. We do have some news later on in this week, but nothing really for today. So I think today's just going to be a quiet one, really. Now, I know it's only November, but we have to put it up. Come on. Look at how amazing this looks. We got Christmas tree. We need to get a new star. It's a bit saggy, but Santa, Gonk. Looks amazing, man. You know, we thought we'd do it. I had the day off actually yesterday on Sunday. I usually work Sunday, but for some reason I had the day off. So we thought we'd take the opportunity to decorate the house a little bit. Okay guys, so here we are back in the charts, and quick little update. Currently 20 past 4. I'm having a meeting at 4:30, so in about 13 minutes from now, with just a couple of members within the WeTradeWaves community. So we're going to discuss between us more in depth about EU and gold and things like that. And in a way, trading is solo. I always say this quite a lot. Trading is a solo game, basically. You're by yourself making your own decisions, but it's always great to be in a community and have like-minded people around you that you can speak to, because if not, trading can get quite lonely, and you don't want that, obviously. That's quite self-explanatory. It's not nice to be lonely. Build a community, but do not let those people influence your trading decisions. So let's say your bias is to buy EU in this situation, but all of your friends around you are saying sell, and then you swap to sell, but it keeps going up. You'll be annoyed at yourself for not sticking to your own bias. So it's great to have a community around you, but it's even more important that you can stay to your bias and not be swayed by other people's opinions in what they see in the market. As long as, obviously, if they're much more experienced than you should listen and take their advice, but please do take it with a grain of salt, because no one really knows where the market is going at any point of time. So, with that little speech out the way, EU, we're in an uptrend currently. Higher highs, higher lows. What we like to see. Now, this is sort of a minor trend, because if you look at the 1 hour, not very clear as of yet. We could keep getting a trend, but it's too early to tell at the moment. So at the moment, it's only on the 15-minute time frame I can see it. Because of that, it's a lot more important to be a lot more wary if it's going to play out or not. So what I'll be looking for now, it is 20 past 4, so there probably won't be a setup today, but maybe tomorrow morning I might get a buy setup on EU, who knows. But what I'd want to see in this area now is a sharp down, slow move to the upside, another sharp down, and then that's when I'll be looking for my buys to the upside on EU. Now, if we do not get a structure like this, or any if any like slow moves, should I say, in this area, then I'm going to stay out the market. If EU just keeps dropping like a rock and just goes like this, I'm out. I'm not even going to take a trade. I won't even consider it, because it's all great having a bias in these situations, because you know the top-down analysis for EU. I've done it multiple times in this channel, and I've showed you what I'm looking for. But it's very important when it comes to these areas of interest, you don't just jump in the market. You need to be patient, waiting for the setups to actually appear and be clear to you. You need to trade what you see, not what you think or feel, because the market is telling you a story, essentially. You just need to be able to read it correctly and not let your emotions take place in your bias. So
As I said, I'm going to hop in the call in 10 minutes with a couple of my friends from the Wheat Waves community, talk to them about EU and gold. Probably won't be any subs for today, so I'll pick this up tomorrow morning, and I'll see you guys there.
Okay, so guys, it's 6:30 now. Just got back from the gym, as you can tell. Gonna go have a shower, get ready, and I do actually have a work meeting at 9 or 9:30ish for about an hour. So hopefully I won't miss any trades during that period of time. But as we know on the EU at the moment, very slow at the moment. So probably won't be any anyway. But I definitely have a structure I'm for sure looking at the moment. So after I get some food in me, we'll go look at the charts together, and I'll show you what I see.
Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. New day, new charts on the 15-minute time frame. I'll quickly go over the higher time bias that I'm looking at on EU. If you don't know, if you haven't watched previous videos, I'm currently looking at this structure as complete. So I'll draw it out very quickly for you. And if you don't know what structures I'm drawing, that is completely understandable, because I've learned them from the Wheat Waves community. And if you're interested in joining that community, I do have a referral link in the description below. Don't feel pressured to join it or anything, but just check it out if you're struggling with your trading, because it might be the thing for you. So what I'm looking for, this bigger structure, this is the daily time frame. Keep this in mind. So this is a very, very big degree we're looking at. This is my push up, and now here is my corrective structure. And at any point, I'm looking for an up move. Now, where this comes from, that is the question. It could come from now. It is structurally ready to, but it could keep dropping a bit further, or even all the way down here even, who knows, before it actually gives us an up move. So even though we are looking for up, it may not still come for a while in the market. Okay, so that out the way, go down to the 4-hour time frame. Now, as you can see, we do have a gap and a bit of a start of a push up. So because at any point this is ready to move to the upside in EU, for me at least, I'm going to be interested in the buys. Now, how are we going to get in the buys? So what I'll be looking for, you guys know, if you watch this channel, if you're a frequent viewer, if you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome. I hope you enjoy the content here. But I enjoy entering on the 15-minute time frame a lot of the time. So I'll do top down from the weekly, daily, 4-hour, 1 hour, and then the 15-minute, I'll look for the actual entry criteria that I'm looking for. So at the moment, this current wave is complete for me. This is all one wave. Inside of it, there are smaller degree trends, as you can see. But overall, this is complete as one wave for me. Now, after we've got that one wave, I am expecting a bigger correction here before we get any more upside. Now, if it doesn't give anything like that, like I just said earlier on in this video, then I won't be interested. If this just keeps giving sharp backs and just keeps dropping, I'll be waiting for this to break the bottom before I look for any buys again. So we just need to wait and see. This could take a few days to actually structurally play out, or it could be ready later on today or tomorrow, who really knows. But at the current moment, the morning on Tuesday, there really aren't any setups. But I just wanted to check in with all of you at home and let you know where my mind is at and what I'm looking for in EU. So yeah, like I said, this is my first down. Now I'll be looking for a slow move to the upside before one more down. Anywhere below here is amazing, and then that'll be my cue to look for my buys. Now, how will I get in the buys? Now, obviously I'm a trend trader, so just because this comes down like this, I wouldn't be taking this trade straight away. What I'll be looking for on a lower time frame is something similar to this, because as you can see in this area, we actually have a lower degree trend for this entire move. So what I'll be looking for is, when it gets to this point, I'll be looking for the start of something very similar on a lower time frame, and that is what I'll be trading. This is what I'll be trading in this area right here. This is what I'll be trading. My entry to go to the upside, to hold it for quite a long time if it actually gives the higher bias, which could be, if it's ready to, go all the way and break this top as a minimum. So yeah, I just want to check in, see what you guys not see what you thought, because obviously you can't respond to me at this current moment, but let you at home know what I am thinking at this week on the EU. But yeah, I need to quickly leave for a work meeting very briefly. I don't really know what it's going to be about, to be honest with you. Hopefully it won't take that long. But luckily for me, I can't see any subs, so I won't be missing anything at that period of time when I'm gone. And yeah, I'll be checking back with you when I'm home. So guys, I just got off a call with a couple of my friends from the WeTrade community. Something I thought I would talk to you actually quickly about is sitting on your hands in trading. We discussed this on EU and gold because they're currently in a state, this isn't just EU, so this is gold as well, where the current bias is sort of in the development, and you have to be very patient during these periods of times, because retail traders a lot of time get trapped in the market when the market makers are moving it to try put them in positions where they don't really want to be. So during these periods of time, you have to be very, very patient where other retail traders simply can't be. So as we expect a correction on EU or gold, for example, you have to basically sit on your hands. Now this could be for weeks at a time or even potentially a month. It really depends on the current market conditions. As you guys know, I haven't taken a trade for 3 weeks now, and that's a very long time, but with only trading one pair, that sort of is a little bit common, you know? It isn't expected to be taking trades once or twice a day like many other people do around the world, because I'm on my own trading journey individually, and this is how I trade and this is just how I do it. So again, I do apologize, it's not the most entertaining content on the internet or online, but I'm not going to break my trading rules or the system I have in place just for entertainment purposes. The whole purpose of this channel is to show my trading journey and to have an authentic side of trading. I work minimum wage in a customer service job, and I basically have no actual education. I do trading from going from a gaming YouTube channel within esports and CSGO to this because I can see myself doing it long term. Now, because I can see myself doing it long term, it's very important for me to be patient with this process. I can't be rushing it and being impatient with these 2-week period of time where if I'm planning to do this for most of my life, these 2 weeks is nothing really. So it's very important. Again, sit on your hands during these periods of times. I have to admit, it's a little bit harder being in this position when I'm documenting this week by week, because I know I'm going to be documenting this, recording it to each of you watching this at home, and you're not going to see me execute a trade. And that will not be, first of all, enjoyable to watch, but second of all, you may think I'm slacking and not actually engaging in the markets. But that's why I wanted to make it more live, so every single day I'll be showing you what I'm looking for in the market and telling you exactly what I'm planning to see, just so you know I still am turning up every single day and checking out the markets. Good morning everyone. Hope you're all doing very well. I just went for a food shop, just got back, made myself a coffee as you just saw, and now we're looking at the charts. I've been awake since 4:30 actually, so I've been awake pretty much 6 hours now. But let's take a quick look at EU and what I'll be expecting. If you guys know previous in this video, I did mention I'm expecting this to fall and potentially break this bottom to look for the upside. It didn't break this bottom, however, that doesn't mean my bias isn't valid anymore. What's happened, I drew originally an expanding flat which would come down here, but now I'm more going towards the bias of it being a running flat, which means we're already done with this correction for the upside. So for me, this is my pattern done, my corrective structure just here, and now we're going to move to the upside to break these tops and potentially go a little bit higher. Now, how am I going to get in the market? Now, that's if this structure is actually valid and what I'm seeing. So based on this 50-minute time frame, this is how I'm going to get into the market. So currently, on the lower degree, I have this as a correction. It's quite hard to see on this time frame, but on the 5-minute, it'll be very clear. So this is my impulse, correction, and I've got another impulse. And so now what I'll be looking for, I've just fibbed this last move up, and what I'll be doing basically is now looking for any corrective structure which I can recognize clearly on the 15-minute time frame to look for my buy setups. So there could be one later today for me actually, so this could be the first trade I take in pretty much 4 weeks, so stay tuned.
Now guys, we had to pick up this heated area. We went to the shops today because in the UK, nothing's really drying, to be honest with you. Excuse where this is. This is very temporary. But yeah, a lot of things aren't drying properly, so because how cold it is in the UK. So we've just bought this. We went shopping today, so hopefully it'll fix some of the issues. Bring you into my office. As you can see here, I'm actually editing this exact video as I'm recording this. But here we are in EU. Didn't actually give any moves up. I mean, it gave the move up I was talking about. As you know, I was looking for that move up, but it didn't give me an entry. It gave me a pretty awful contraction here, so no trades there for the moment. My girlfriend bought me this. I think it's from B&M or Home Bargains. They're basically the same shop anyway at the end of the day, aren't they? But she bought me this hot chocolate collection. And oh my god, some of these are actually insane. I had the chocolate orange one today and it was banging, man. It was absolutely amazing. I don't know if I like this one, the peppermint one though, but yeah, we'll have to see. I'm sure all of them will taste absolutely amazing. I have to, man. I have to. I'll take an orange one because my girlfriend doesn't like it, so I'll be nice to her. So yeah, no trades for the moment in EU, but I've been looking, guys, I promise you. I've been looking, I've been trying my best. Come on. Give me a break, you know? I've been trying. It almost gave me a setup. It was so close. It made a contraction flat, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically the hardest way to enter the market. It's basically a pattern which, if you know it and understand it, you basically can't really trade it, essentially. It's quite annoying, but it's important to identify them so you understand when they've taken place, so you can start reading the other structure. So I've identified it. I hope for a regular flat at least, but it didn't give it to me, and that's just unfortunate, you know? We have to move on from that. But yeah, Thursday tomorrow. Hopefully there'll be a trade for me. I really do hope so, because if not, that is another week with not a single trade to my FTMO account.
Okay, so guys, this is the last day of the vlog this week, and it is Thanksgiving in America this week, so pretty much there's been no volume. EU's been moving how I thought, hasn't given me any setups at all this week. I did mention it could have gave one and it gave a contracting flat yesterday, but I mean, it simply didn't play out. That's completely fine. So on my FTMO account, I haven't taken a trade on it now, and I believe it's coming up to 4 weeks. This is a very long time. It's getting to a point where I feel I'm not even trading anymore. Even though I'm present in the market looking for setups, the actual feeling of taking a trade, I've sort of forgotten what it is, you know? So it's going to be weird when I take that first trade again, but hopefully I don't hesitate, because that's what I'm worried about at the moment. I'm worried about that when I see my setup, I'll hesitate because I haven't taken a trade in so long. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but you never know. I'll try my hardest to battle the demons inside my brain and actually pursue this properly and stick to my rules and my plan. I would like to just take a moment to thank you for staying this long in the video as well. It's quite a long video, so if you're here at the end of this, then you are a true supporter of this journey, and I highly appreciate it. I can't thank you enough for being along with me for this journey. It warms my heart a lot to read all the supportive comments I get, but also all the comments that are sort of critiquing me, because it's quite good that I get critiqued and criticized about what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, because I really do want to self-improve to the best that I can, and you giving me feedback and showing you support me really pushes me and keeps me going as much as I can. So most of the viewers I get on this channel aren't actually subscribed. I believe it's about 80% aren't actually subscribed. So if you aren't, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe so you won't miss out on any future content, and we can get this to more people to hopefully inspire them on their trading journey. Now, once again, I apologize, no trades this week, but I'm not going to break rules just for your entertainment. Simple as that. My rules are there for a reason. They're to make sure my trading is very consistent. And during these periods of time where obviously US elections happened very recently and stuff happening all around the world, the trade setups currently are in the making. There aren't that many, but I think later on this year or early into next year, the structures will become a lot more clear, and hopefully I'll be entering trades every single vlog. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, like I said again, guys, please subscribe if you're new. thank you so much for watching this video. I highly appreciate it. And thank you again for all the amazing comments I get on a day-to-day basis. I strongly appreciate it. It's been Glaze, guys, and I'll speak to you very soon.